Here's Daniels. It's hauled in by Harris. Thompson left side. The kick out to Cunningham. Pass to Harris. Cunningham sets a screen for Harris. Off target with his three.
I can't believe he missed that three. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be given.
And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
The Hawks shooting their first free throws of this game. And with this era of the Atlanta Hawks, Greg, they've gone as far as their defense has let them.
You look back at their conference finals run in 21, that was the last time they had a top 10 defense. So scoring's never been the issue with this core, but defense has been non-existent.
And a wide open look for Cunningham. Connects from three-point range.
And you see that motion shot. Cunningham very consistent from distance.
Here's Johnson, and it's Johnson with the jam.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. Yeah. We felt it. Even over here, we felt it. Harris's shot is off. And here's Atlanta. And there's a call on Tobias Harris. That is his first foul of the game.
Team second.
Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession.
Yeah, what a disconnect. Sloppy play like that is something they can expect to come up in the film session.
For Detroit, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And Cunningham with the slam.
And he can make some jaw-dropping plays. Cunningham loves to get to the 10 and finish with authority.
It's stolen by Cunningham. From 17 feet out. Rebound, Atlanta. Pass to Daniels. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And this kid, Ricochet, is a team-first kind of player, willing to give it up to the open man.
Out to Harris. Shoots the 3. Good, and the assist goes to Cunningham. He's back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Here's Ricochet. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Ricochet is a playmaker, taking it upon himself to answer from deep.
And Ricochet, the prototypical size and skill for a wingman.
Yeah, he's got some jelly to his game. Handle tough. At his size, that becomes very tough to contain. Wow, we are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special.
10 seconds. Team starter.
We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. But you can't make it that obvious.
Now, here's Cunningham. He's got 7. Daniels with it. Now defended by Cunningham. A wide open look here for Okongwu. Daniels takes it off the glass. Daniels has got 6.
The second chance points are all about a lack of effort defensively. Those buckets would drive me nuts.
That one good for 2.
And it does a world of good for them to have Harris getting busy inside. Gives them that inside-out edge they're looking for.
3-pointer. Okongwu kicks to LeVert. And it's Jaden Ivey with the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. .122 left in the first. Daniels inside the line. Wide open, couldn't capitalize. For Detroit, they've gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Thompson finds Harris. It's Thompson off the drive, and Thompson slams it home.
And his athleticism is really off the charts. Love seeing Thompson punching home like that.
Well, I know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough.
Oh, wow, what a side.
That is incredible.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
2 points. Assist from
Cunningham outside. Ivy against Levert. A shake. Harris passes to Cunningham. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Thompson. Second chance shot. Nice move. Basket counts.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Ivy on the wing. A floater. It's blocked. And they'll keep possession. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. The Pistons on top. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Pistons?
Well, a lot of times you'll hear coaches yell, get the ball inside, and you can see why. Good things happen when you get the ball into the paint.
And one other thing they've done well today, guys, share the ball. I mean, set up teammates and just playing unselfishly.
So with Johnson on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. Niang out there with Larry Nance. When it's Young, then it's Terrence Mann, and it's Capella in at the 5 down low. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Obviously, the Pistons in the midst of a long rebuild. 2 seasons in a row at the bottom of the league standings. Last season, they had the worst record in this once proud franchise's history. That counts the record-setting 28-game losing streak that they had. It's pretty clear that this could be a long road back to redemption. Kevin?
Yeah, could is the operative word. This could be indeed. David, thank you.
And great job by Nance attacking at the rim. That's why you scout for effort players that do it consistently every night.
Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. And it's Isaiah Stewart with the foul. That's his first foul.
Team first.
On defense, the Pistons. 3-point lead. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. We're talking about Trae Young here, GA. What stands out most about him to you?
Well, Kevin, I'd say just how confident he is, right? He plays with that unique energy and swagger. I mean, you love him if he's on your team and can't stand him if he's playing against you.
And that one's good. Schroeder.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And here's Young from the arc. Sinks the triple. Young's got 5 points now this quarter.
He's smart at using the screen there to just create space. Young, very reliable in that pick and roll.
Shoots it. And Detroit again with the bucket.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
Here's Capella after the made shot from Dennis Schroeder. Capella with a screen on Schroeder. And it's blocked. Just 3 to shoot. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. The Hawks trailing. Clock is at 3. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Pistons ball.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Hardaway, no good. The Hawks have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. The drive by Schroeder. And it's blocked. And they're able to recover. Stewart kicks it over to Schroeder. Pass to Hardaway. Every year, Greg, we get a new batch of rookies into the NBA, and sometimes we're all guilty of judging them too early.
Oh, absolutely. I think we need probably 3 years to evaluate a player. You know, fans and media can be a little harsh at times, but not everybody develops at the same rate.
Now here's Schroeder driving inside. Stewart with the screen on Young. 6 to shoot. Good on the bucket. Schroeder's got 6 here in this quarter.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Young's shot is good.
Nice job capitalizing down there. Young good at probing inside and finding some space.
And now here comes Young leading the break. The long distance 3 is barreled. 10 points for Trae Young. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for Atlanta.
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
And so far, just a great job forcing turnovers and creating opportunities in the open floor. The defense at the heart of that.
On the wing, man. Young passes to Niang. A three-pointer off the mark. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
It's Schroeder with the drive. The shot by Stewart with no one around. Hits the three-point bomb. Stewart's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Young against Schroeder. And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. And Atlanta has possession, trailing by 2. Man passes to Nance. Clock at 6. And Young kicks to Niang. Misses the chippy right there.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will...
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Without question, Trae Young displaying his skills today.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
Tipping off the second half, here's J.B. Bickerstaff's 5. Thompson and Harris are their forwards. The backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivy. And it's Duran in at the pivot, manning the middle. And you look at the Detroit Pistons, Stan, so much young talent, but the chemistry is a work in progress, clearly.
Well, it is, Kevin, and they're working on it. But it's hard with so many new faces, and they still need a second and third guy that they can build around. They've got a lot of good role players, but they need a couple more stars.
Cunningham for 3. Thompson passes to Cunningham. Fires for 3. Again, the miss by the Pistons. Atlanta has gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9.
Absolute highlight of Rusev's game, his ability to just knock it down from beyond.
Cunningham drives in. It's blocked. High post Johnson. And he lays it straight in. And now a 4-point Atlanta lead.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
And it's LeVert missing. Detroit's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Cunningham gets the bucket.
And you can play Cunningham on the ball, off the ball. He's really a generational talent, partly because of his versatility.
Daniels kicks to LeVert. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. LeVert's got the lead back up to 4 now for the Hawks. Cunningham for 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Cunningham's got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Pistons. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, Jalen Duren, a physical specimen, is improving the finer points of his game, including his vision. He said, I feel like I've always been a good passer. I've developed more of that as my young career has gone on, understanding the league better and how to win. Kevin?
You know, it takes time, but nice to see his development. Back to Harris. Pass to Ivy. And slam dunk by Ivy.
And man, can Ivy fly. I mean, a big-time finisher.
Johnson's shot is off. The Pistons have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. They grab their own miss, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. On defense, the Hawks. It's a 1-point game. Cunningham left side. Shot clock at 5. Atlanta with the rebound.
I think this is a rare case of being overcommitted. He tried to go all out at the rim, and they stifled.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. Harris's shot is off. The Hawks leading by 3. Johnson with it. Picked up by Harris. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on him. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. And it's Schroeder missing. That has gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Young passes to Niang. Back to Young. There's the 3. They get it back. Capella, and he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella, skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
It's good. And the Hawks lead has got back down to 3 on the basket from Schroeder. And so it's Young who brings it up for Atlanta. And it's a screen on Schroeder. Young's shot is good.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
And Young comes over to help, and Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Trae Young, his first.
44 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Got that one up quick. Schroeder's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
A nice shot by Young.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line.
Defensive foul.
That one on Nance.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Reed with the steal. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession. The Hawks leading by 3. Here's Young. Out to the right wing. Nance with no one around. Off target from outside. With 1 on the clock.
And some kind of switch must have been flipped at halftime because both teams are...
And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. Hawks lead by 1. We'll be back shortly live from State Farm Arena. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, he's a consummate floor general, surveying the defense and delivering the pass on time and on target.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. So with Johnson sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. We've got Terrence Mann. Larry Nance out there with George Niang. And it's Young, and it's Capella in at the 5. Capella sets a screen for Young. Pass to Mann. Paxton coming off the assist from Young. Young's got 3 assists in the game.
Assistant.
Shooter kicks to Stewart. Crafty move, and the dunk by Stewart.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability. And the great shooters know when they've got enough openings to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been for these teams tonight? Just fantastic execution.
Young best in the end. Misses the 3.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
Hardaway, no good. Atlanta's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen.
Look, that's just great work on the boards. Effort dictates success on the glass more than size.
And is out of bounds. Last touch by Young. And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor.
Substitution on the court.
Cunningham for 3. It's good, and it's his 6th make against 11 attempts.
And you can see why they continue to call Cunningham's number. Once he's flipped that switch, let him go to work.
Out to Thompson. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Oh, that was nice. That's the #1 thing on his mind every time he touches it.
GA with the D right there on him. Still went hard to the rim. Daniels dishes to Okongwu. Here's Risache. And the layup falls. And that's now 9 points for Risache.
Oh, that's a great sign for Risache, proving he can handle the physicality of the NBA.
And the foul on Dyson Daniels.
His second.
That'll be his second foul of the game. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here, we're just over 2.5 minutes into it. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And it's easy to see why so many are so high on Cunningham. A talented guard who can do a little bit of everything.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Yeah, he's a guy you want at the line, and clearly not affected by the moment.
Here's Okongwu. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Pistons.
Well, I love how they're attacking the rim. That will usually force defenses to collapse and open up a lot of outside shots.
And they've really been able to get out in transition and produce. The defense hasn't had an answer for this up-tempo pace.
And the foul on Dyson Daniels. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Here's Cunningham.
Excellent anticipation there to come away with the steal.
Rebound, Detroit. Harris has got 7 rebounds in the game. Cunningham on the wing. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
Well, if you give him that shot again, I'm willing to bet he nails it, especially with that lack of defensive effort.
Just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. That's good from Johnson.
Yeah, big play on the front end to finish, despite getting hacked there, and big on the back end to hit the free throw.
Cunningham kicks to Ivy. Offline with his 3. The Hawks have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. And good that time.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the trust the most.
Yeah, he got a good look, and he calmly delivered for them. That's what you like to see.
Here is a screen on LeVert. Ivy with the bucket.
Big-time buckets is what everyone wants to see from Ivy. He has to attack without hesitation in those situations.
LeVert in the corner. Daniels from outside. Duran pulls it in. The Pistons lead it. Cunningham looking it over. Oh, good on the triple.
In the second half, it seems like they've given him the green light. Might want to rethink that.
LeVert finds Okongwu. Yes!
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Cunningham outside. Misses the layup.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
And they do have a foul to give. And it's all about the three right here.
Yeah, and when your opponent knows what you need, it makes it that much harder to find an opening.
Cunningham kicks to Ivy. Thompson sets the pick for Ivy. Out to Harris. And J.B. Bickerstaff is called a timeout. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now in terms of strategy here. Any thoughts?
And only one choice here. They need a three. I'm sure he's going to sub in all of his best shooters. Under 2 seconds remaining. It has to be a catch-and-shoot three if they hope to tie it.
Oh, drew the foul. Almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll go to the line to shoot three. That one on Rizachet.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
The second one drops, and that narrows the gap to one. And so he's good on all three free throws, and that ties the game up.
You can't have any more pressure on you than he had at the line right there. Shows you what he's made of as he's able to tie it up.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Young from outside. Oh, and a chance to win the game, but the last second shot is offline. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this one. You know, Stan, when I think of you as a coach, I think defense. So let me put you on the spot as you assess the wing defenders in the NBA right now. Who are some of the top 2 or 3 that you notice?
Well, look, there's so many good ones. My favorite right now is Lou Dort because he's so strong, he's so disciplined, and he has an amazing ability to use his body even against guys that are a lot taller. He is a frustrating guy for great scorers to play against.
Now, he brought a lot to the NBA, but haven't the Thunder done a good job developing that kid?
Well, they have, and look, they've got other great defenders too, like Jalen Williams.
In the post, it'll be Johnson and Okongwu. Daniels out there with Trae Young. And it's Rizachet in at the 3, the small forward. Right wing. 5 to shoot. Pass to Rizachet. Here's Okongwu. That's no good. It's his second miss. He's made 4. Young against Cunningham. Now Thompson. And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. Now Cunningham. It's good, and they get the go-ahead bucket. Cunningham's got 20 points.
And he had all of us at the table quivering. What a move by Cade.
For Atlanta, they've gone 1 of 3 from the floor since the start of overtime. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And stolen by Thompson. And Thompson slams it home.
And when it comes to getting up and down the floor, Thompson has few peers.
So off the run. Johnson finds Young. Okongwu with it. And the three off target.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Hardaway from outside. Pistons keep it alive. Duran the pass to Hardaway. Good on the three-point shot. And it's a 7-point Detroit lead.
Well, you know what's going to happen when he gets a good look. The defense has got to run him off tonight.
10 seconds. Team second.
He hits the first one, and that turns the lead to 6.
And Young, a fiery competitor, someone who enjoys getting under the skin of opposing players.
The lead's not looking as comfortable after those free throws. Nice job.
Cunningham outside. And there's the drive. Just 5 on the clock. Out to Harris. Over Johnson. Harris, no good. What a big possession right here.
No doubt about it, guys. The tension is palpable.
Back to Young. There's the triple. It's good. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
This is why people are just so high on Young, because he comes through with big shots in the game.
We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possessions.
Gets the 3 to fall.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game. Well, so many bigs excel from three-point range these days, and he's right up there with the best of them.
And so the big win by Detroit in a tight game. They had to scrape and claw to push it to overtime, but they really came on in the extra.
Brent, know each other well, and safe to say they don't particularly like each other.
And I think fans really gravitate towards that sort of dislike. It just puts an extra added ingredient of intensity on a game like this. So for the fan bases, this one's big.
A look at the opening lineup for Washington. George out there with Chris Middleton. Then there's Bilal Coulibaly. Then there's Sarr. And it's Poole in at the point guard. Clock at 6. Here's Coulibaly. Nails it from beyond the arc.
This is how you begin a game. Set the tone right from jump.
Take a nice deep breath. You score on that first possession. Gets the game started the right way.
On the wing, Daniels. George defending. Back to Daniels. Pass to Rizichet. Here's LeVert. The Hawks need to get one up here. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
I caught up with Quinn Snyder. A big topic of conversation, Chris Middleton. Coach said Middleton is an incredible shooter. He said we cannot let him get comfortable. Shoot it directly off passes. Our goal, run Chris off that three-point line. Chris Middleton, hard to stop. Guys?
Okay, thank you, Allie. And Grant, when you play the Wizards, you better be ready to run.
BA, they like to speed you up. They force you to play at their pace. And on the flip side, that gives you open floor opportunities as well.
Pass to Okongwu. Here's Rizichet. Oh, deflected. Out of bounds. Hawks ball as Atlanta keeps possession.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Daniels passes to Johnson. Banked it in off the glass.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give them credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now here's Coulibaly. No good with the triple. It's stolen by Poole. Down low. And Sarr with the basket on the assist by Poole.
Just bouncing off contact. Sarr, man, 2 points the hard way.
Daniels, that one's true.
That's exactly what you work for, a high percentage look.
And it's Washington with the ball. Following the score by Atlanta. Here's Coulibaly. Okongwu with the rebound.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Pass to Daniels. Here's Rizichet. Outside Johnson. From outside, off the mark. And so it's Poole who brings up the ball for the Washington Wizards. 4-point game. And the foul called on Caris LeVert. That's his first foul. Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. Outside Coulibaly. George, a screen on LeVert. Down to 5 on the shot clock. George for 3. The rebound by Atlanta. And a fast break now for the Hawks. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
On the fast break, LeVert's energy is everything. He sticks with the play the whole way and sinks it.
George outside. Three-pointer. No good on the shot.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Did you see that? I mean, going right to the rim. That's how you finish in the open floor.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage. Kind of like playing in the rec league, little to no defense on that possession, and the easiest three-pointer you can imagine.
Pass to Daniels. Knocked loose. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And Chris Middleton gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game. 1:11 left in the first. Daniels fires in the triple. Daniels has got 5 points.
Oh, good shot from Daniels. He understands he needs to keep knocking these down for his team.
Offensive board.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
Now here's Johnson. And it's Atlanta scoring again.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
Here's Poole to the wing on the left. Middleton outside. Pass to Sarr. And here's Koulibaly. Here's the pick. Clock at 4. No good from outside. He got his defender off his feet with a pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Here's Okongwu, the shake. It's rebounded by George. Poole with the ball. Still without a bucket. Koulibaly on the wing. Up in time. No good on the buzzer beater. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. All right, guys, what do you think so far about the offensive approach for Atlanta?
Ever since this game started, they've been attacking on the inside, looking for ways to bust up the defense and get high percentage looks.
Love the passing that they displayed at the start of the game. Great ball movement that's opening up some chances without really getting deep into the execution.
So on the floor for the Wizards, they've got Kispert. Also Marcus Smart out there. Rashawn Holmes is out there with Sadiq Bey. And it's Champagnie at the 4.
And Capella just smashing through the contact on the inside that time.
Here's Smart. The Hawks getting their last shot to go. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Larry Nance picks one up. Well, Brent, we hear the term empty stats ever so often. What are your thoughts about that phrase?
BA, when you play such a long season, there are going to be nights where the game is not all that competitive. But we also know that throughout the course of long seasons, there are teams that are not going to be competitive. Still, those guys going out there on a nightly basis and putting up their numbers, getting those reps in, it means they're capable. Young working hard on the defensive end that time.
Wizards trail by 4.
Assist from Larry Nance Jr.
Smart outside. Pass to Bey. Here's Champagnie. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Now, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
Smart against Young. On the wing man. 3-pointer. Sinks it from distance.
That's pretty much not how they defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
And 6-man, a common term in basketball, has a unique meaning for the Atlanta Hawks, Grant.
Yeah, it's the name of their fan base. Extremely loyal and passionate. And they've swayed the outcome of games.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
With the game on the line, Ice Trey is dangerous man. Young said, I've been owning the moment my whole life. That's what I do. I work too hard to be afraid of the moment. Brian?
Well, Allie, it definitely shows in his play. It's great stuff there. Thank you. Now here's Young. 7-point game. Biggest lead so far.
Trae Young has such good handle and creates so much space for himself, and he can get to the rim.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Young.
Washington ball.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Smart passes to Kispert. A shot to stop the run. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
This is what he does. Find space on the perimeter and then sink the 3.
Young against Smart. And he lobs it up. And Nance with the slam.
Yeah, you could throw it just about anywhere for Larry Nance Jr. and then he'll know what to do with it.
Smart passes to Kispert. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
Terrific design and execution, leading to an opportunity right at the rim.
Pass to Nance. It's stolen with the drive. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
Execution with pace, that's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
Now the Wizards in transition. Here's Bay. That's in. Coming off an assist from Smart. Now just a 2-point Atlanta lead.
Bay capitalizing on the easy transition deuce.
Inside, it's Trae Young.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Kispert. Great start so far. 3 of 3 in this one.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Smart against Young. Pass to Capella. On the wing man. Nance outside. Out of bounds. It'll be Washington's ball. Smart against Young. 4-3. And it's Smart missing. The Hawks leading. Up top man. Defended by Kispert. Fearless Trae Young.
Great job by Young there, not settling for a jumper and getting that ball close in.
5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Bay right side. Smart passes to Bay. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul call.
Here's Young. 1 second left. Another one falls for Atlanta.
Mid-range, plenty of room for that release. He's going to take those all day long.
A big-time effort for Trae Young, providing a lot of energy for the Atlanta Hawks. He put together 10 points in the quarter. Back to the game after this break.
26.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Boy, what a great performance by Trae Young.
He's been on the attack, playing hard and going right to the rim.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
Risachet and Johnson, they're the forwards. Dyson Daniels out there with Karis LeVert. And it's a Kongwu in at the 5. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Pass to Daniels. They set the screen. The shot goes as the ref calls the blocking foul. And he's on his way to the line.
Yeah, slick play call by Daniels. Pick and rolls give him room to operate, and he does not waste it at all.
And that one misses. Well, it was a tough season for the Washington Wizards, Grant. A franchise-low 15 wins.
You know, B.A., it started with trading away their star, Bradley Beal, before the season. But I like their new direction, prioritizing the future and developing talent.
Kongwu with the bucket.
He does so much out there to stretch out the defense. When he's out on the perimeter, and he drains the triple.
Here's Coulibaly. Here he goes. Count it. Coulibaly's got 8.
You know, you just love to start the second half this way. What a play call.
Halftime talks can go all over the board, but right there coming out, that's the way you want to start the half. Be aggressive.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Washington shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. The first one falls, and you look at the history of the Hawks. Brent, they've won one NBA championship. That was back in 1958.
Yeah, B.A., tough for people in Atlanta to even recognize that because the team wasn't there in 58. They were in St. Louis, and they were led by the great Bob Pettit, who was one of the first really impressive, agile big man of his era.
And it's Washington with the ball. After the Hawks picking up a basket just moments ago. Yep, count it.
Chris Middleton has the size in this league that you need to finish on the inside. Got to get that one up quick.
Outside Johnson, and here's LeVert for three. Drops in the three. He's got 5.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
He's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Now here's Coulibaly. 10 points for him, and he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Back to LeVert. He goes up. Oh, blows the dunk.
You have to really like his energy getting to the rim there. Shocked that he blew the dunk, but you know most times he's going to posterize his man.
Shot's good by Sarr.
If that jumper can become a consistent option for Sarr, he's going to be a dangerous player in this league.
From deep, Johnson. Sarr pulls it in. And so it's Poole who brings up the ball for Washington. It's stolen by Johnson. They've got the 5-on-3 advantage. The 3 from Rizashé. Sarr pulls it in. Sarr's got 4 rebounds now. Now here's Coulibaly. He's covered closely. And again, it's Washington with a 3.
It's still a developing part of Sarr's game, but he looked confident with that triple.
LeVert outside. Rebound Washington. All right, Grant, what do you think about Jordan Poole's nickname, the Pool Party?
Oh, it's very apt, right? Because when he's on, everyone is having a good time. But it also speaks to his relaxed attitude. He's out there to shoot and have fun while doing it.
Now here's Okongwu. And Atlanta misses again.
Man, you get so caught up in the bravado of someone scoring on you and you wanting to even the score. Unfortunately, he couldn't answer back.
And it's Coulibaly missing. Atlanta's gone 4 of 8 from 3. A nice percentage. Pass to Okongwu. Here's Daniels. Here's Rizashé. Still no points. 5 to shoot. Here's Johnson. No good. Had a chance to end the run there. Now the Wizards in transition. And the jam by George.
Not only is Sarr a willing passer, he's a very skilled passer as well.
The Hawks trailing. Here's Daniels. He's got 9. Here's Johnson. It's stolen by Poole. Coulibaly on the wing. Three-pointer, no good.
Well, he's using the force, but in the worst way possible right now. He just needs to dial it back and look to work the ball around the floor to his teammates. That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Middleton outside. Sarr passes to Middleton. And another basket for Washington.
See how skilled Middleton is. Ready to pull the trigger, and the defense is going to have to do better.
And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
Holmes against Young. Pass to Capella. Young can't hit.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an and let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
3 intense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. So on the floor for the Wizards, Marcus Smart out there with Corey Kispert. Then there's Saddiq Bey. Then it's Rashawn Holmes. And it's Champagnie at the power forward. Nance for three. He buries it from three. And the Hawks lead by 2.
Comfortable shooting off the pass that time, Larry Nance Jr. in a catch-and-shoot opportunity.
Oh, the shot no good by Kispert. Atlanta's gotten 5 of their 9 attempts from deep to go. Nance with it. He's picked up by Kispert. Kispert comes with a double. Right wing. Tipped. It's stolen by Smart. Bey with a screen on Nance. Back to Bey. He shoots. And another miss by Washington. Now the Hawks with it. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong. No baskets allowed.
And you can see why this team depends on Young for a big chunk of their offensive production. This guy is a pure scorer.
Here's Smart following the score by Atlanta. The ball's knocked loose. Can't hit from the elbow. The Hawks lead by 4. Nance outside. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Here's Young. The kick out to Nance. Three-pointer off the mark.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Oh, my goodness. Smart with a tough finish.
I like watching Smart get it done inside. He is such a fearless competitor.
Here's Young. He gets it. He's 7 for 8 and really going at him out there. Wizards trail by 4. Pass to Smart. Smart just strong through the contact.
Coming through in a big-time moment. Smart doesn't back away from the spotlight at all.
Young, the pass to Niang. His first shot attempt. And again, it's Atlanta. And so Smart will bring it up for Washington. Here's Bey. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Utility guys like Saddiq Bey can be very valuable assets. He really makes the effort to give you a little bit of everything out there and try to make a difference.
And the Hawks going with a whole new group out there. And he dunks it down.
And how about Daniels embracing the spotlight? He loves hitting these big-time shots.
Coulibaly with it. Now LeVert defending. It's George on the drive. Oh, and the dunk by George.
And nobody putting out much of an effort to stop him.
Surprising. In a close game, a lack of energy on defense.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
And defensively, how do you leave him that open in crunch time?
Inside, here's Sarr, and he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Ooh, important points from Sarr. And just great recognition of the moment. Don't see that in a lot of young players. Wow.
Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Well, if you came here looking for a scoring battle, I think you made the right choice.
Both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Yeah, we'll have to settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that.
Here's Daniels. Now here's LeVert. 4 on the clock. Second chance shot. Back to Daniels. Pass to Rizachet. Fires the 3. Daniels, that one's true. And the Hawks lead by 6.
Yeah, a complete offensive player. Daniels can set people up, and he can knock down shots.
Here's Coulibaly. Cash! What a beautiful shot! Brings him within 3.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Now here's Johnson. LeVert outside. The kick out to Johnson. Back to LeVert. He shoots it. Beat the shot clock, but it's off the mark.
And looking to even the score with a huge three.
You can bet that's what they're looking for this late in the game. They need that three.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
And Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. Here's Young. It's close. And they're calling for a review of the last-second shot. If they overturn the basket, they'd get a chance to play the overtime period. Otherwise, time expires. We're going to overtime. And we'll be back with you shortly. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ball game. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. Chris Middleton is out there with George. Then there's Sarr. Then there's Marcus Smart. And it's Coulibaly in at the 2-guard spot. Kicks it to George to take the lead. The rebound by Atlanta. Johnson's got 4 rebounds now. On the take. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Daniels passes to LeVert. Back to Daniels. To the paint. Jacks up a 3. Rebound Washington. Sarr's got 7 rebounds in the game. Right side, Coulibaly. It's Middleton on the wing.
2 minutes remaining overtime.
And the bucket is good.
That is tough. Watching Middleton find some kind of shooting window there and then knocking it down.
It's Daniels with a drive. Oh, a rip-rattling two-handed jam.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. It's Middleton on the wing. He's checked by LeVert. And they pick up 2. Middleton's got 4 points in the quarter.
Now that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
LeVert passes to Johnson. Johnson on the wing. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Oh, nice ball movement by LeVert. A welcome sign for this team.
Back to George. Here's Daniels. Coulibaly defending. Daniels passes to Okongwu. Stolen by Middleton. George outside. Okongwu with the rebound. They're just trying to hold on to this lead, Grant.
And right now, you just can't afford to be careless.
Can't get it to go. Ooh, nice D from George. Here's Smart. There's the drive. Oh, wow! A huge basket to tie the game.
Now that's one to remember. What an impact on the game.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Daniels. Money from deep.
They're in the driver's seat now. You just have to play smart and sound defense. No quick baskets and no open threes.
Smart for 3. No good from 3-point range. And here's Okongwu. Outside for LeVert. And so it's Atlanta who scrapes by with a... All right, Allie, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Brent Barry,
you know that both these teams have had a difficult stretch recently and are hoping to turn things around in this one.
Yeah, it's a new opportunity. And Kevin, I expect each side to be hungry and motivated to get this win. And if not, the struggles will continue.
And now Washington's starting group. Smart is out there with Koulibaly. Then it's Chris Middleton. Then it's George. And it's Sarr in at the center, filling out the middle. 3 on the clock. Beyond the arc. Smart misses.
And the way he was able to reach out towards that release had an impact.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
Middleton, a screen on Ivy. Koulibaly, no good. And it's Detroit's ball. Cunningham outside, and the foul on Marcus Smart. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Detroit with the ball. Cunningham looking it over. Out to Harris. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Good, and the assist goes to Cunningham.
And it does a world of good for them to have Harris getting busy inside. Gives them that inside-out edge they're looking for.
And Koulibaly gets it to go.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
It's all about mindset out of the gate. If you're aggressive and they give you room, go ahead, let it fly.
He's explosive. He's got great length. Ivy is who you want to target in the alley-oop game.
We know, Doris, at one point, the Wizards had one of the most unique plans in NBA history.
Think back to 1987, 1988, the year you're talking about, when the 5'3" Muggsy Bogues was a teammate of Manute Bol, who stood 7'7" tall. At the time, they were the tallest and shortest players in NBA history, with 28 inches between them. Incredible.
For Washington, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. To the paint, it's tipped. Thompson with it, now guarded by Smart. Cunningham against Middleton. Cunningham outside. And Sarr pulls it down.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Second personal foul. Team second.
Cunningham outside. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
Second personal foul.
And Greg, for longtime Pistons fans, that Bad Boys era was so special.
I mean, Detroit's a tough, hard-working town, and those teams did have great talent led by Isaiah Thomas, but it was their physical, intimidating style of play that made them the Bad Boys.
Cunningham left side. 1:44 left in the first quarter of the game. And now with the fast break, Smart with the ball. Here's Sarr. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, Sarr continues to develop that three-point shot, hoping to make it a reliable part of his game.
And the basket by Harris.
Well, you can see it's a matter of pride out there for these guys.
Absolutely. When someone makes a shot, the first thought is, I want my own back.
Sarr with it. Defended by Duran. Sarr, the pass to George. He takes it in, and he drops in the layup off the glass. George has got 5 points so far.
Well, with that size, it's easy for Sarr to see right where the rock needs to go.
Cunningham gets the bucket.
This guy, a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
Here's Koulibaly following the basket by Cade Cunningham. Up again. It's good on the putback. 7 points in the game. Pistons trail by 4. Thompson outside. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Asar Thompson. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Here's Smart. Scoreless thus far. And stolen by Thompson. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. Now, here's Ivy. He's defended by Koulibaly. The jump hook, Duran, no good. And it's Smart with the ball for the Washington Wizards. They lead by 4. Kicks it down to Middleton. And stolen by Thompson. They get a hand on it. And so the first quarter is in the books. It's the Wizards. They're up by 4. Live from the... And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. Let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for Washington.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
And the other thing I love, how they're making the extra pass. They're not settling for the first shot. They're going from good to great.
We've got Malik Beasley. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. Then it's Reed, and it's Stewart in at the 4. They're the group Detroit will start the second with. Kispert, wide open, he fires. No good from outside.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Schroeder. Drains it from beyond the arc. Schroeder's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Well, this is why spacing is so important. When you can knock down distance shots, as Dennis Schroeder does there, it changes the equation.
Where there's a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting, Greg, what's your opinion of that?
Well, Kevin, stretching the D isn't just about how far out they have to defend. It's the distance between that and how far in you have to defend. That's why analytics favors shots at the rim and from distance.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
Schroeder against Poole. That one's good, and the Wizards' lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Schroeder.
This guy, not just a jump shooter now. Dennis Schroeder more than happy to get inside and mix it up.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Pass to Stewart. Kicks it out to Beasley. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Washington has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Really left alone that time. Kispert's got the lead up to 5 now for the Wizards.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big time mistake.
Here's Stewart. Now Reed. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Washington ball.
Wizards leading by 5. Looking back at the 2019 draft, Jordan Poole was picked number 28. And Doris, he's already experienced the highs and lows of the NBA.
Well, Kev, let's remember that was a stacked draft class, and I think what you've seen from Jordan Poole is this incredible ability to hunt shots, to be willing to be a focal point on the offensive end. Let's remember, he's won a championship in his career, and that's something you can never take away. This guy's such a difference maker. Dennis Schroeder is so dangerous in pick-and-roll situation, dribble handoffs. This guy is the straw that stirs the drink.
Over to the left wing. Reed finds Beasley. Hardaway for 3. Bay pulls it in. Wizards have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. On its way from Beasley for 2. Rebound by the Wizards.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
That one from long range. Bay's got his first 3 points of the game.
Always a bonus when points come from unlikely sources. And you can see this guy's been working on that shot.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication. And now he's able to make a pay.
Champagne. First personal foul. First team foul.
1:39 left in the first half of basketball. Wizards leading by 6. Here's Kispert. Count it. Kispert's got 11 points in the quarter. Detroit's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Beasley against Bay. Throws it up high. There's the steal. Here's the break. The Pistons have gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. It's Schroeder with the drive. Hardaway kicks to Beasley. Pass to Schroeder. Can they get it? Detroit, no good that time either. Washington's gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown.
Of the two offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
And I think because of that, they've gotten the better looks to start this basketball game.
Here's Stewart. Kicks it out to Schroeder. From deep. Nailed from three-point land. Schroeder's got 8.
Well, rhythm, confidence. When Schroeder is pulling the trigger, you know he's feeling it.
Champagne trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Schroeder, right side. And another 3 for Detroit. Here's Poole. Up in time. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And we finish one half of basketball. Wizards lead. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Wow, you look at Corey Kispert. What a contribution.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Taking a look at the Wizards. Koulibaly is out there with Smart. Then it's Sarr. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's George in at the power forward. And the way the Wizards like to play, Greg, you can expect them to get out and run.
Yeah, they're young and they can fly, right? They've got speed and athleticism to get up and down the floor. They'll push the tempo as much as you allow.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, both forward positions. He says, I'm comfortable playing both of them. I'm not big on the position thing. I'm versatile. Kevin, he's just a basketball player and he's very
would agree, David. I know you like him. We like him as well. A very skilled one at that. Thank you very much. Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Pass to Thompson. Shot clock at 5. Smart with the steal.
Just waiting for a chance to make a play, and when the pass was made, he's all over it. Just a fantastic steal.
Oh, don't you love how unselfish Marcus Smart is? Sees the open man, whips the pass over in just the right amount of space.
Cunningham's shot is off. Wizards leading by 8. Pass to Song. No good with the triple. And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points. At the elbow, it's George. And stolen by Thompson. And now the Pistons fast break. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
What I appreciated about Thompson is his recognition. He knows when to force the issue and when to pull back.
And he sinks the second. So it's the Wizards now. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Smart wide open. He fires. The Wizards with another miss. Pistons trail by 7. And when you take a look at Jalen Duren, a big man, Greg, who seems to get better each and every season.
Well, you know, he averaged a double-double in his second season. I especially like how hard he goes after rebounds. This guy has a bright future in this league.
Here's George. And then George with the jam.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Cunningham passes to Thompson. The tray. Washington with the rebound.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Pass to Song. Koulibaly with it. He's against Cunningham. Back to Koulibaly. The shot's good. Koulibaly's got 9.
Not a standout part of Sarr's game, but good work recognizing that opening in the defense and making the right read.
Harris finds Cunningham. From the arc. It's good from long range. 8 points for him.
Well, the defense deserves to get burned. Absolutely no excuse for leaving him open.
And the foul called on Cade Cunningham. That is his first foul of the game. So Detroit ends up going with the new group. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Here's Bay. Drills it from outside.
Well, the defense daring him to shoot, and he makes them pay for their disrespect.
Here's Schroeder. Rebounded by the Wizards. Holmes got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And here's Kispert from the arc. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
You cannot leave him alone like that, especially from long range.
Bay passes to Champagny. Back to Bay. Over Beasley. Bay, no good. Pistons trail by 12. For Washington, they have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts. That's good from Poole. Greg, it's not the first skill you think about, but Jordan Poole is unreal at the foul line.
I mean, led the league in 22 at 92.5%, beating out teammate Steph Curry by 0.2%. Poole's always been amongst the league leaders in attempts.
A shot by Stewart with no one around. Again, the miss by the Pistons. Wizards leading by 14.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets, an exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. Shot and game clock separated by 5 and stolen by Bay. And out of bounds, the Pistons will take it.
That looks like a lack of focus. You've got to question what he was trying to accomplish there.
The Pistons shooting not great, 40% for the game. Poole, no good.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. We've got Tim Hardaway Jr., Malik Beasley out there with Isaiah Stewart. Then there's Dennis Schroeder, and it's Reed in at the 5 spot. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
That one drops for him.
Boy, that's beautiful touch on the floater. And let's remember, not everyone has that shot in their arsenal.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Bay.
They got very fortunate there, guys. They should just take their time on offense and not try to force things.
Reed down low. Holmes on him. His first shot coming late. A nice shot by Reed. 4th quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Now, here's Kispert. He's guarded closely. Over Hardaway. Kispert, no good. Pistons trail by 14. Beasley outside. Takes the 3. And the 3 ball is good.
When he's feeling it, Beasley a very reliable three-point option. You've got to get him off that arc.
And here's Kispert from the arc. Hits it from 3-point range. And the Wizards lead by 14.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Near the 3-point line, it's Poole. It's hauled in by Stewart. Stewart's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Beasley for 3. Trains it from beyond the arc. Beasley's got 6 here in this quarter.
I wouldn't necessarily call Beasley a specialist, but we know. Look out! Strong finish.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. Fires the 3. Kicks it out to Beasley. Pass to Stewart. 5 on the clock. Beasley against Bay. No good. Not a friendly rim at all this trip down. It's hauled in by Stewart. Stewart's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Bay against Hardaway. Bay gets the bucket. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Wizards.
They have been a wrecking ball defensively, coming up with steals, being active with their hands, and just doing a terrific job of disrupting the rhythm.
And their fast break has also been a key metric in this one. They have had a significant advantage in transition over the course of this game.
Washington leading now by 16. Pass to Song. Shoots the 3. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Smart's got 5 assists in the game.
Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
Basket good. Turing's got his first basket.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Washington.
What do you think was the deciding factor in this one?
I think you have to look at their field goal percentage. They just shot the ball much better than the opponent, and they were getting great looks all game long.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, Just a monster game for Corey Kispert.
Efficient productivity. You love what this guy has given to you on the offensive end.
Harris kicks to Cunningham. 52 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Ivy. Good on the jump shot. It's stolen by Cunningham. Ivy on the wing. And the layup's good off the glass.
Oh, defending Cunningham, boy, a challenge. You have to pay extra attention. That's when you leave someone open.
Here's Bay. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
And here are the Wizards now. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. To the left side wing. Durin the pass to Harris. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. And a wide open. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. A solid win on the road for them. This building was...
crowd.
Well, a lot of people would say that this is a guard-oriented league. I think it's a league of all the positions, but tonight, certainly, whoever can win that guard battle will probably go home with the W.
Certainly the headliner tonight. Now the opening lineup for Atlanta. Risache and Johnson, they're the forwards. Karis LeVert is out there with Dyson Daniels. And it's a Kongwu in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Thompson, no good.
Well, you gotta miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
And stolen by Cunningham. There's the triple. Hits the three-pointer.
Yeah, and took it all the way. Speedy play by Cunningham.
And out of bounds. Detroit will have it. And coach must have had a really good look at this one. He called a coach's challenge for the out-of-bounds violation.
And depending on the ref's angle, an out-of-bounds violation.
The officials will have 2 minutes to review the play.
Have replay. A call that's easy and quick to confirm on the monitor.
Yeah, it's one of the main reasons the coach's challenge is in place. This isn't a judgment call. There's usually pretty clear and conclusive evidence on an out-of-bounds call. And the ruling has been made. They're going to uphold the original call on the out-of-bounds violation.
And as a coach, it stings to lose a timeout on a failed challenge, but it's a risk worth taking to make absolutely sure that you're not going to lose a possession on a blown call.
Trae Young, he's checked in for the Hawks. It's stolen by a Kongwu. Here's Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
And Young isn't just a scorer. He also takes pleasure in creating opportunities for others.
And coach, with a Kongwu adding a 3 to his game, it's hard to keep him off the floor now.
It is, Brian, and he can do a lot for the team when he plays. He can now spread out the floor. He can guard multiple positions. But the main thing a Kongwu does is he is all over the glass.
Now here's Ivy. Oh, there's the alley. It's stolen by a Kongwu. 3 on 3. He got it. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul. Atlanta shooting their first free throw of the game here.
Like a lot of smaller guys, there's a real ferocity to Trae Young's game. He's willing to scrap to get what he wants.
And the Hawks making a change here. Daniels is checked in. And here's LeVert for 3. And Atlanta misses again. It's tipped. Okongwu, the pass to Daniels. The 3 ball. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Okongwu. The Pistons have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. To the inside. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Oh, great teamwork right there.
Hey, you got to love the finish. Bringing it down with some attitude. And Okongwu gets the 3.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Out of bounds, it'll go to the Hawks. Atlanta's gone just 2 for 6 from the arc here in the first. Here's Daniels. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Daniels has got 5 now.
Inside, Daniels really uses his agility, getting nimble to find himself a shot. He put some rage into that one, B.A.
You're telling me. And here's Okongwu for 3. And so it looks like the Hawks will retain possession here. Stolen by Ivy. Here's the break. And he lobs it up to the rim. It's stolen by Johnson. On the push, here comes Atlanta. Here's the 3. And that makes him 3 for 4. He's looking good. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Hawks.
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the offense and repeatedly putting themselves in the right place to interrupt the play and force turnovers.
Yeah, and also a great job hustling on turnovers and turning them into points. Defense creating offense so far in this one.
Here's Daniels. Give him 8. The 3 is up. Cunningham with some nice D. Well, Coach, it's been discussed a lot, but the Detroit Pistons set a record in 2023 that no one wants to match.
Well, that's for sure, B.A. No franchise wants to suffer through a 28-game losing streak. They thought that team had potential, but they just never found their footing early on, and then things just snowballed on them. And the misconnection there, fans guarding their beverages. That's a pass he'd like back for sure.
1:36 left in the first quarter here. They get it back. Pass to Daniels. Here's LeVert. Out to the wing. The three from Rizachet. And it's Harris with the rebound. Johnson against Thompson. Atlanta with the rebound. Stolen by Thompson. Hey, now 5 for 8. Shooting a pretty good percentage right now.
Good work down low. I mean, I like how confident Thompson is from this area.
Oh, got that one up quick. Daniels has got 14 points for the game.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Here's Daniels. He's got 14. Such a wide open look. 17 points in the game.
Oh, good shot from Daniels. He understands he needs to keep knocking these down for his team.
To the middle. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Good decision making. Scopes the situation, puts the pass right on the mark.
And the ball out of play. The Pistons will have it.
Basketball.
Inside. It's stolen away. Atlanta shooting their second attempt at the line tonight.
First personal foul.
And the free throw, no good.
At the line for the Hawks, Johnson, Jalen Johnson.
Atlanta leading by 8. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. And stolen by Cunningham. Pass to Duran. Thompson left side. 5 on the clock. Knocked away. Well, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over.
Hawks ball.
Oh my, came close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
Personal foul.
Hey, nice work on tracking the foul from deep. He'll shoot 3.
That one's no good.
At the line for 3.
And he nails the third. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. And so it's Atlanta ending the quarter up 10. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And for the Hawks guys, what jumps out to you statistically?
It's simple. Offensively, they limited their turnovers. Defensively, they forced turnovers.
Well, their defense was incredible, wreaking havoc and coming up with steals left and right. Just a tremendous effort.
Tim Hardaway is out there with Dennis Schroeder. Then it's Isaiah Stewart. Then it's Paul Reed. And it's Beasley in at the small forward position. That's the group for Detroit starting the second. And the rate of player ejections going up in recent seasons, Stan.
Well, Brian, players these days certainly have a voice in a lot of things. And when it comes to critiquing officials, they're not shy. We see complaints on virtually every call in games now, and the referees seem to have had enough of it.
Now here's Stewart. Good D by Niang. Young against Beasley. Nance for 3. That's in. Coming off an assist from Young.
Yeah, what a look. I mean, Young, a high-level passer.
3-pointer Stewart. Reed inside. He's guarded by man, and he gets that one.
Yeah, secures the ball off the glass. Does a nice job going right back up.
Pass to Capella. To the left wing. Niang, the pass to man. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Capella. Pistons trail by 11. Coach, when you talk about the Atlanta Hawks, you got to start with Trae Young.
One of the most exciting players to watch in the NBA, Brian. He can shoot the ball from anywhere on the floor. He's a great ball handler and one of the most creative passers in the game.
Reed inside. He's against Capella. Reed inside. Guarded by Capella. Excellent D there from Capella. The Hawks lead by 8. Young from long range. No luck on that one.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Beasley misses. Atlanta's gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter in the second so far. Nance against Hardaway. Stewart outside. Takes the 3. Again, the miss by the Pistons. For Atlanta, they've gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Young, the pass to Capella. Back to Young. Here goes Trae. Here's man. Offensive rebound. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Pistons.
Pistons basketball.
Pistons trail by 8. The 3. The rebound by Mann. The Hawks shooting at a decent clip, 45% for the game. Here's Young. And Atlanta misses again.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Now here's Hardaway. He's scoreless. Here's Stewart. The rebound by Atlanta. Capella's got 5 rebounds tonight. Nance against Beasley to win the drought. And Nance hits from deep. Nance has got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Here's Stewart. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's going to be on Terrence Mann.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
And Stan, after starting his NBA career playing at center, the 6'8" Isaiah Stewart, more often now a power forward.
Yeah, look, Brian, he's improved as a shooter. He still looks more like an old school big at the 4 spot, but he can step out and stretch the floor.
Now here's Schroeder. Count that one, Reed. Reed's got 5.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Niang, no good. Pistons trail by 9. Beasley for 3. On target from range. Beasley's gotten his second bucket of the game.
We see this every night. He has the skill and versatility to keep a defense guessing.
There's Young with the 3. The rebound by Stewart. Detroit has gotten 5 of 11 threes to drop so far in this game. Lobs it up. It's deflected. Now about 10 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And Nance with the slam.
Woo! I just love that alley-oop slam, okay?
Defense disorganized. Defense pays. Young from long range. The rebound by Stewart. Stewart's got 4 rebounds in the game. Beasley for 3. And the three-pointer goes. Beasley's got 9 points in the quarter. There's Young with the 3. Oh! Trae virtually automatic from deep. It's Beasley on the wing. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And we finished off one. Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be back right after the break for the third quarter here on 2K Sports.
Fans, please direct your attention now to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court show.
Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. And so Cunningham will bring it up for the Pistons, trailing by 8. All right, Grant, I have to ask you, has there ever been a more intimidating team than the old bad boy Pistons?
Well, they weren't fancy, but they played hard and they played physical basketball. Every team that faced those Detroit teams knew they were in for a battle.
And the Hawks, looking at who they've got, Johnson at the 4 with Okongwu at the 5. Dyson Daniels out there with Karis LeVert. And it's Ricochet. Oh, a big slam!
Oh, my gosh. The athleticism.
The athleticism of Thompson is showing up right there. I mean, just explosive off the bounce.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey, Brian. Jalen Johnson is developing the complete game. He said, I watch the guys who do everything. That's my mindset. I want to be at least solid in every department and then keep building on that, adding bits and pieces here and there. Brian, his versatility is already drawing attention league-wide.
Yeah, there's no question about that, Allie. Thank you. The 11-footer. Duran in the post. Okongwu on him. Jam by Thompson.
And meeting those expectations. I mean, this is what we all wanted to see from Thompson on offense.
Here's Daniels. He's watched by Cunningham. Back to Daniels. Outside for LeVert. 6 on the shot clock. The 3 from Ricochet. Knocks down the long J. And the Hawks lead by 10.
Yeah, that's what Ricochet is out here to do. He is first and foremost a three-point shooter. A good one at that. I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
Atlanta's gone 2 of 3 from outside so far in the third quarter. Kept alive. Pass to Daniels. Launches it. They grab their own miss. Launches a 3. That one doesn't drop. Cunningham with some nice D. Here's Thompson. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Thompson's got 6 points in the quarter.
And if I'm his coach, I'm very pleased with this kind of energy on the offensive glass. Textbook play.
Outside for LeVert. Stolen by Ivy. Cunningham with the ball. Now LeVert defending. To the paint. It's stolen by Johnson. In transition. Here they come. Atlanta again missing. Pistons trail by 8 and pick 20th back in 2021. Jalen Johnson might end up being the steal of that draft, coach.
Well, look, Brian, when we see guys take a big jump like Johnson has, it's usually because they have shot the ball better like he has. He's really blossomed during his third year and still has plenty of room to grow.
Kicks it out to Cunningham. Over Ricochet. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
Okongwu, the pass to Daniels. From outside the arc. And he stays with it. Pass to Ricochet. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Asar Thompson. That's his third foul of the game. And it's a completely new group for the Pistons.
Substitution on the
Minute 32 left to play in the third. There's Young with the 3, and the whistle blows. And it's going to be over the back here.
The way he was going over and through the man in front of him, he should have known the whistle was coming.
Yeah, you can get away with a little bump in the back, but as soon as you lean that much on him, you're going to get called for the foul.
Young from long range. Rebound Detroit.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Hardaway with it, and it's Mann picking him up. It's Beasley on the wing. Takes a 3. The rebound by the Hawks. Capella's got rebound number 8 now. Puts it up. Dance for 3. That's in. Coming off an assist from Young. Young's got 3 assists in the game.
Well, that's basically a warm-up 3 for him. The defense can't allow him that caliber of attempt.
Nance against Stewart. Shoots over Nance. Stewart, no good. Atlanta leading by 8. Young from long range. The rebound by Detroit. Stewart's got 5 rebounds in the game. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Sends it home from three-point land.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Young with it. Beasley covers. Pass to Young. Back to man. Shot clock at 3. Fires the 3. And that one's good. Young's got 13 now.
Oh, what a crafty move, causing the defender to pause right there.
Here's Beasley. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. Isaiah Stewart out there with Malik Beasley. Then it's Paul Reed. Then it's Tim Hardaway. And it's Schroeder in at the 1. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. Stolen by Capella. For 3. Young misses. Pistons trail by 11. Schroeder finds Beasley. Back to Schroeder. Fires for 3. Capella with a rebound. And so it's Young with it. He brings it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Fires from deep. Young missing again.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Here's Stewart, the double clutch. The rebound by Atlanta.
How'd that move work out? The important part is to get the ball in the basket, not to make the highlight reel.
Drew the contact from long range, and he almost got the hoop to fall. Instead, he'll shoot 3 at the line.
With how great a shooter Young is, defenders bite on that pump fake a lot.
Good on the second one. Well, Grant, aside from making East Finals in 2021, how would you assess Trae Young's teams?
Well, they're always solid offensive teams. But Trae is the type of player that you need to surround with defensive-minded guys, and he hasn't really had that.
This one for 3. And again, the Pistons missing. Atlanta leading by 13. The 3. Drained it for 2 points. Young's got 10 points here in the second half.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. Must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
And the Pistons going with a whole new group out there. The 3 from Thompson. On the wing, Thompson. Will it go? Capella with a rebound. Capella's. There's Young with the 3. Hits the trifecta. Young's got 10 points now, just in this quarter.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
And, Coach, how about the Thompson twins making their impact felt in the 2023 draft?
Yeah, Brian, we've seen twins in the NBA before, albeit not very often. But these two made history that draft day, becoming the first pair of twins to be selected in the top 5 of the same draft.
And he's going to the line for 2. The officials saw contact while he was going up. And with today's switching defensive style, versatile wing players are tremendously in demand, Coach.
Yeah, well, position now, Brian, comes down to who can you guard. And guys that can guard 3, 4, 5 different positions, those 6'7", 6'8" guys are often able to do that, and they are extremely valuable.
And again, no good by Detroit. Atlanta leading by 15. Right side, Young. Nance outside. The 3 is up. And Young the bucket on the assist by Nance. Young's got 26.
They're really employing a deep range initiative here in the fourth, and it's working.
Yeah, it's always a little risky to lean this hard on the three-point shot, but when you're knocking him down, you might as well keep riding.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Ivy outside. Pass to Duran. Thompson outside. Oh, ripped away. Young looking over the floor. And a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Well, Coach, we know how good Young is offensively, but he gets heavy criticism for his defense.
Yeah, look, and at 6'1", 164 pounds, he has some obvious limitations, Brian, but he's shown improved effort as a defender, and it shows in his defensive rating.
And you have to have that scoring ability on the floor. Harris down low. He's guarded by Nance. And that one good. Harris has got his first bucket in this one.
It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Hawks.
Man, the bench brought lots of energy tonight.
I'll tell you, when your reserves can score like that, it puts your team in a great position to win.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Trae Young.
Well, bottom line, he was just unstoppable at times. Not much you can do when he's playing with that kind of confidence.
Thompson outside. From deep. Atlanta with a rebound.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Niang. And it's off from three-point range. The Pistons on offense. Thompson goes in. Oh, he packs it down!
That is incredible.
Young, the pass to Capella. Back to Young. A deep three. The shot won't fall. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Thompson, no good. And Atlanta with possession here. It's an 18-point lead. Lets it go from the wing. That one's good for 2. Young's got 34.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
It is always a special feeling winning on the road. The degree of difficulty adding to that sense of accomplishment.
And so it's Atlanta easily grabbing this one. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it to...
There should be plenty of action down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. The front court is Shea and Johnson. Daniels out there with LeVert, and it's Okongwu in at the 5. Count it.
Nice effort taking the early lead. Here we go.
Take a nice deep breath. You score on that first possession. Gets the game started the right way.
Middleton with it. He's picked up by LeVert. And here's Kispert from the arc. And it's Shea with the rebound. Here's the Hawks with the ball. Johnson dishes to Daniels. Middleton surveying the floor. The layup off target. You know, Brent, the Wizards had a very tough 23-24 campaign, didn't they?
Very difficult for everybody, their fans, their ownership, and their coaching staff, which changed last year. Just 15 wins, a record low for a very prideful Washington franchise. Their offense struggled, their defense was 28th. On the bright side, a lot of minutes went to their younger players, so it's going to be another year of development in Washington.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Johnson. Misses that one. He's made one and missed two this game so far. Smart passes to Kispert. George sets a screen for Kispert. That's good for George on the assist from Kispert. George has got 5 now.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Outside, Smart. Pass to Middleton. Outside for George. His 3-pointers off the mark. The Hawks have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Okongwu, the pass to Daniels. Knocks down the 3-ball.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
Now here's Kispert. LeVert defending. Kispert with it. Just 5 to shoot. Saw the pass to Kispert. Shoots over LeVert. Kispert, no good.
Well, maybe not the best shot against that kind of defense, but he still has the ability to knock that kind of shot down. That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Alder.
Kevin, thanks. I asked Quinn Snyder what he enjoys most about coaching, and the Hawks coach said the opportunity to compete in such an intense way. Also the tactics of the game and the intellectual part of player development. It's rewarding to see and have a part in someone's growth and improvement. Kevin?
David, that's coaching, right? Growth and development. A mind for the game for sure. I've always respected Coach Snyder. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
Middleton with it. He's picked up by LeVert. Pass to Kispert. Bangs home the trifecta. Kispert's got 6 points.
Middleton right now staying aware of where his teammates are and hitting them when they're open.
And Okongwu slams it in.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, well, I settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that.
Shot's good by Middleton.
You see how skilled Middleton is, ready to pull the trigger, and the defense is going to have to do better.
Here's Rizachet, defended by Middleton.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. And that one is good.
Letting the big man Sar go to work inside. I like seeing him being aggressive down low.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Daniels kicks to LeVert. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Daniels has got his 5th assist in this one. Smart deciding where to go with it. Sar's shot is off. On the wing, Daniels. He can't get that one. Tie game in Washington. And the second quarter will get underway just after the... And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Wizards. Guys,
coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
They just couldn't seem to know what it was that they needed to do and how to stick them from outside. The defense pretty lost.
So with Johnson on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. They've got Clint Capella. Larry Nance out there with George Niang. And it's Young, and it's man. Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
Shooting for Atlanta, Clint Capella, taking 2 shots. The play will be reviewed under NBA rules.
The action is so fast. That it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Pass to Champagny. Here's Poole. Bay finds Poole. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. The Hawks trailing. Young with the ball. Picked up by Poole. They get the rebound. The kick out to Young. The shot's good on the assist by Nance. Young's got 5 now.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Here's Poole. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Those are 2 tough points from Poole. Great to see him mixing it up down low.
And Young, here we go. And they pick up 2. Young's got the lead up to 2 now for the Hawks.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Go into the rack with energy. The D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
And one of those guys, Brent, who can take over a game, sometimes from beginning to end, is Trae Young.
It is remarkable, Kevin, especially at his size in today's game. It reminds me a lot of playing against Allen Iverson, a guy who could dominate the game as a small player, and that's what Trae is. But what he can do offensively, the instincts that he shows, the way he can get it going offensively, he's truly a remarkable talent in terms of a small guy dominating a big man's game.
Pass to Holmes. Here's Koulibaly, defended by Man. And it's good for 2. For Atlanta, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Young, no good. For Washington, they've gone 4 of 6 in the field here in the second.
2 minutes remaining in the second quarter. 2 minutes.
Now, Koulibaly. No scoring in this one. Pass to Champagny. And the call will be against George Niang. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Now here's Bay. Defense right on him. Shot clock at 5. Holmes passes to Champagny. Here's the floater.
This is where Larry Nance Jr. is invaluable to a coaching staff. A big that has lateral quickness to switch out and guard multiple positions.
Shot from the top of the key. Capella with a screen on Poole. Man. Pass to Capella. Screen by Capella. Young from outside. Was shot off that time.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Shot's good from Young.
And here we go. Trae Young doing his thing. Cooking with grease right now.
Here's Koulibaly. Rebounded by Capella.
I know it's about defending the post and the three-point line these days, but still got to be active in the mid-range area, and the defense gets away with one there.
Here's Koulibaly, defended by Young. Young with the steal. Shot and game clock separated by 5. And again, Atlanta with the triple.
And Trae Young playing floor general here. So good and so quick at finding the open man.
Pass to Capella, poked away. Here's Champagny with the drive, and he goes in for the dunk.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Execution with pace. That's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
And so we conclude the first half. Hawks lead by 6. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by. Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And now, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Runs, please. They're thinking about the shot.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him. Really staying focused on quality shots.
This is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Koulibaly is out there with Jordan Poole. Then it's Chris Middleton. Then it's Sarr, and it's George in at the 4 slot. So that's who Brian Keefe starts the second half with.
And if you watch Poole enough, you're really going to appreciate that he can get it done in so many ways on the offensive end.
And it's Jalen Johnson with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And a big part of perimeter defense, Greg, avoiding screens. What are some of the tricks of the trade in that regard?
Well, sometimes you have to get skinny. I mean, other times it's using your strength. A lot goes into it. Also, you know, getting a cadence for the screener. It's one of the more challenging aspects of NBA defense.
Pass to LeVert. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. LeVert's got the lead up to 9 now for Atlanta.
Due to that aggressive style of play on the offensive end, LeVert is kind of just used to contact at this point.
And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Here's Middleton. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Nice body control there from Chris Middleton. Stays with that even after contact.
For Washington, they have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether.
And it's LeVert missing. Wizards trail by 6. GA, when it comes to the Wizards, they have a pretty spotty track record over the past decade.
Kevin, it's tough to get things right in the draft. Plus, they have just had poor lottery luck, only selecting higher than 8th once in the last decade. But they have passed on some superstar-level talent.
Here's Middleton. It's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. The Hawks leading by 6. Here's Daniels. LeVert kicks to Okongwu. Buries the long-range jumper. Okongwu's now got 7.
A solid passer at his position. LeVert excels at finding his teammates when they're open.
Launches it. Koulibaly, no good.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming.
You cannot leave him alone like that, especially from long range.
Middleton outside. Ricochet with the steal. Drives to the hoop. And the dunk by Ricochet.
Ricochet so talented with the ball in his hands.
Here's Sarr. Got it. Good job in the low post. 6 points for Alex Sarr.
That's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Here's LeVert. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Jordan Poole picks one up.
Tricky shot for LeVert. Defense is all over him, but he draws a foul on that attempt.
He's perfect from the line this time. Break since making it to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2021. The Atlanta Hawks haven't been that good.
And it was hard to tell if that was a Cinderella run at the time, but Kevin looking like that might have been the outlier. The Hawks took some risk to get back there, but it just hasn't worked.
Always going up for the alley-oop here.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. Middleton outside. A 3-ball. And it's Daniels with the rebound. Atlanta with the ball. They're on a 16-5 run. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. From outside the arc. Offensive rebound. Okongwu, the pass to Johnson. Okongwu a screen. From outside, off the mark. And so it's Middleton with it. He brings it up for Washington. It's a 16-point game. And Koulibaly gets it to go.
And not where he earns his money, that three-point shot, but he's a good shooter from that range if he's got space.
Yes, that goes in. LeVert's got 12 points in the game.
And got to push LeVert out of that area because he's very comfortable looking to score from there.
Outside, George. Off target from outside.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed in there for some reason I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And Washington going with the whole new group here. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside, Smart. Driving to the basket. Lays it up off the glass.
And this is where Smart's at his best, being aggressive, going towards the rim.
Wizards foul.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Personal foul.
And when you shoot 86 from the line like he did last season, you usually cash in on those opportunities.
Both good from the line that time.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
The three connects from three-point range. Young's got 19 points.
Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the three in transition.
That will count. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. So with Johnson on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. Niang out there with Larry Nance. Then it's Clint Capella. Then it's Terrence Mann, and it's Young in at the point. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
3-point field.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
No, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
Kispert setting the pick for Bay. from downtown, and he's good on the 3-ball.
Strong response there by Bay, upping the competitive nature here a little.
For 3, Nance buries it from 3-point range.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the 3-point line.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Well, it's no secret this Washington team is in a rebuilding phase. But Brent, they've collected some assets.
They got some flexibility here, Kevin, and they made the call to start over. They took some other players that other teams didn't want, along with some draft picks, which sometimes you have to do when you're bottoming out. They have a good toolbox to rebuild that.
Nance sets a screen for Young. Shot clock at 6. Nance a screen on Smart. Oh, Nance in position. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Yeah, you could throw it just about anywhere for Larry Nance Jr., and then he'll know what to do with it.
Pass to Champagny. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Now, there's some easy offense there. Keep finding looks in that area, and their shooting percentages tonight are going to be off the charts.
Young against Smart. Young pass to Nance. Stolen by Kispert. And even 3-on-3 break. Here's Bay. No good on the triple. The Hawks leading by 16. Young with the ball. Out guarded by Smart. A nice shot by Young.
Young working hard on the defensive end that time.
Here's Kispert. That one, no good. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Niang passes to Young. Stolen by Kispert. Here's Champagny. And another miss by Washington. Atlanta's gone 2 or 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Young, no good. Wizards trail by 18. 1:37 left in the fourth quarter of this one. For 3, Kispert. Nance with the rebound. Nance has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Hawks.
What an effort in the transition game we've seen tonight from these guys. Really pushed the ball, and I think in doing so created a lot of pressure on the defense.
Definitely had a huge edge, and this is their DNA. When they run the ball and dictate the flow of the offense like we've seen here, these are the kinds of games they can have.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Trae Young.
Well, those points he had tonight, all critical, all from energy and activity. He just never seemed to stop.
Yeah, the defender all over.
First personal foul.
And that one misses.
There's some steely moments that come from Trae Young, and I'll tell you what, if the defense is getting under his skin, he rarely shows that.
And here's Kispert from the arc. Sinks the triple. Now, here is Young.
Wizards foul. Justin Champagny. First personal foul.
That's good from Young.
Foul. Shooting for Atlanta.
And so Young nails them both. 36 seconds left in the game. And here is Kispert. Bay with it. It's stolen by Capella. Young with the ball. Holmes covering. Man in the corner. The three-pointer, no good. Fires away from way outside. And the Wizards hit again from deep. On its way from Young for two, and it's good off the back of the rim and in.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Thank you for that, David. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
matchup. Both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, B.A. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
A look at the starting group for the Pistons. Cunningham and Ivy work together as the backcourt. Down low, it's going to be Harris and Duren. And it's Thompson in at the small forward position.
Flushing it home. Cunningham finishing it off.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jordan Poole. That's his first foul.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
Here's Cunningham. Here's the teardrop. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
Yeah, a graceful touch from Cunningham, making that floater look effortless.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Brian Keefe had a few moments to share with me. I asked him what's the key to slowing down Cade Cunningham. Coach said, quote, not letting him get clean looks inside the arc. Cade is a terrific mid-range shooter and a solid finisher inside, so we just have to get a hand in his face on every shot. Limiting his production could be the difference in this game.
And Allie, thank you for that. And make no mistake, Cade Cunningham is the engine of this team, Grant.
Man, his vision and playmaking are crucial to the offense. Coach trusts him to make the right reads and set up his teammates. He has cut down on mistakes and is rounding into an elite point guard.
And it's Detroit with the ball. The Wizards making their last shot. And just around a minute and a half into this first quarter. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jordan Poole. That's foul number 2 for him. The Pistons have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Deflects the pass. Here's Ivy. Boom! He jams it straight down.
And he is a hard charger. Ivy only plays at full speed. A great burst on his drives.
Here's Middleton. Ivy with the defensive effort.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. George for 3. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
The Pistons have gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. Here's Cunningham. Goes back up. Harris outside. Shot clock at 6 from the arc. Here's Duren. And the dunk by Duren.
You have to put a body on Duren. He's quick, he's athletic, and he has that 7'5" wingspan.
Poole from long range. Duren with a rebound. Duren's got 5 rebounds in the game. Ivy passes to Harris. No good on the triple. Wizards trail by 5. Doris, you look at this Washington team. They hit the reset button.
B.A., I am sure that's not an easy decision to make, but I believe it was the right move. Washington was kind of stuck at that play-in level. Now they have a clear focus and direction on the future. May take some time, but I like the plan. Extremely fortunate they didn't lose the ball there.
1:56 left in the first. And he's going for the oop here. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Assisted.
Flying high, Asar Thompson. I wish I still had hops like that.
And that one's good. Middleton.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
Thompson's shot is off. And so it's Poole who brings up the ball for Washington. Trailing by 2. And that misses. That would have put him up. The Pistons have got half their attempts to go. 6 of 12. And it's out of bounds. The Pistons able to retain possession here.
Great read to get a hand in there and disrupt the play.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
Now here's Cunningham. 6 points for him. Pass to Thompson. Drives to the hoop. And count the basket. He was fouled. And he's going to the line for one more.
Alexander.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Pistons.
They've been really going at the defense in the painted area. And so far, the opposition really hasn't had an answer for them.
And their assist total, also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates.
Here's Harris, following the score by Washington. Cunningham outside. Lets the three fly. Buries it from three. Cunningham's got 9.
A pretty big component of Cunningham's game. He knows how to produce from the arc.
George outside. They set a pick from behind the arc. And Ivy pulls it down. The Pistons lead by 5. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Duran, the pass to Cunningham. Duran up top. 6 to shoot. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
Yeah, almost impossible to stop Duran inside. Wow, just wow.
Shot's good by Sarr.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Here's Cunningham. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's Cade Cunningham. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And looking at what we've seen from Detroit, what do you guys think?
It's all about the strong inside-out game in the first period. It really helped them get some clean looks down low.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
Here are the 5 Detroit has to start the second. They've got Malik Beasley, Simone Fontecchio out there with Holland. Then it's Isaiah Stewart, and it's Schroeder in at the point guard position. From downtown, here's Stewart. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Boy, we think of Dennis Schroeder as a natural-born scorer, but there he does a great job passing the basketball.
It's good.
How about the timing? Can be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
It's stolen by Smart. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Brian. Well, the Pistons have struggled despite the improvement of their young cornerstone, Cade Cunningham. He said, quote, "This league rewards winning. People are going to say everything I'm doing is empty and meaningless until I win games. That's what I plan on doing, and once I do that, all the other stuff will come with it." Guys?
That's a great perspective to keep right there, Allie. Thank you. The Wizards trail by 7. And a fast break now for the Wizards. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot. The Pistons have got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Fontecchio outside. And just about a minute and a half has passed here in the second quarter. Clock at 6. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Now, make no mistake, there's some big-time athleticism when you're talking about Malik Beasley. Rise up and finish at the cup.
The Pistons lead by 7. Wing shot on the way. It's stolen by Smart. Here's Kispert. Offensive rebound. Pass to Holmes. From 13 feet, down it goes.
Boy, that's as wide open as you're going to get. The defense needs to lock in and be better than that.
Here's Schroeder. That shot missing. The Wizards have got 3 of 6 shots to go here in the second quarter. Here's Smart. Got a hand on it. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Smart. Ooh, nice. Smart slipping inside.
I'll tell you, you have to appreciate the confidence of Marcus Smart. At point-blank range, he is an efficient scorer.
And that one's good. Stewart endorse. Some use the term stocks to add up steals and blocks. Chet Holmgren and Victor Wembanyama's stocks are through the roof.
Well, in fact, since the turn of the century, only 5 rookies ever have averaged over 3, quote, stocks per game. Victor and Chet are both on that list. And listen, if you're a passionate NBA fan, you are so excited about these two young men. The size and the skill and the eye-popping things they're doing on a nightly basis. The NBA is in good hands.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
Oh, it's Holmes with the big jam.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
And here's Smart. He'll bring it up for the Washington Wizards. It's a three-point game. And it's Isaiah Stewart with a foul. That's his first foul. And Washington making a change here. Jones is checked in. A minute 31 left in the first half. He gets it in there.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Holland, down the pipe it goes. Schroeder with the assist. Schroeder's got 3 assists now in this one. Smart looking around. The rebound by Detroit. Here's Fontecchio. The shot's good. Now it's a 5-point Detroit lead.
Well, what a terrific possession. Attack in the painted area.
Oh, Smart drives. On the wing, Jones. Back to Smart. Lets a floater go. The rebound by Detroit. Stewart's got his 4th rebound in this one. Throws it up high. It's stolen by Smart. Here's Gill. He's guarded by Fontecchio. Here's Holmes. Sinks another one. He's on a roll, starting 4 for 4.
Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Stewart, screen on Jones. Beasley into the lane. And Holmes pulls it down. Kispert on the wing. He's guarded by Fontecchio. Kispert's shot is good.
Well, you have to admire how Smart is running this offense right now. He has a knack for spotting open teammates.
Here's Gill. Smart left side. Yep, that one goes. Smart's gotten his 2nd bucket. Ooh, poked away. And so it's Rashawn Holmes making highlights for the Wizards. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. Back after this.
The Pistons, 31.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Nice game. Great performance by Cade Cunningham.
He was getting into the lane easily that first half. It's just relentless.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
We've got Sarr, Jordan Poole out there with Bilal Coulibaly. Then it's Chris Middleton, and it's George in at power forward. That's the 5 on the floor for the Wizards.
If that jumper could become a consistent option for Sarr, he's going to be a dangerous player in this league. I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. And the Wizards lead by 4. Pistons shooting 53%. Good efficiency on offense so far. Well, Doris, you covered him. Jordan Poole was electric in the 2022 NBA Finals.
Well, B.A., there's no doubt they do not win the title without Jordan Poole and the lift he gave them at various points in that finals run. This guy is electric on the offensive end when his game is working.
Pistons trail by 4. And stolen by Middleton. Here's Poole. Cashes in the 12-footer. Poole's got 4 points in the quarter. Here's Thompson. Oh, and the jam by Thompson.
The athleticism of Thompson showing up right there. I mean, just explosive off the bounce.
And that one's good. Poole. The Pistons have got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. And it's Thompson that time on the assist by Cunningham. Thompson's got 10.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the third quarter. Poole's shot is off. Pistons trail by 4. Releases from 15. Sarr pulls it in. Coulibaly with it. And it's Ivy picking him up. Coulibaly drives in. Lays it up and banks it in. He's got 7.
Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
And it's Cade with the finish inside.
And getting up close and personal, Cunningham knows he can get his shot to go inside.
Here's Poole. Outside Koulibaly. Second shot opportunity. Duren with the rebound. Duren's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Ivy. And that one drops for him. And now it's just a 2-point Wizard lead.
Just finding room to go to work inside. Ivy really relies on his physical abilities to get a close-range shot.
George with a steal. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Cade Cunningham has really been improving from distance. He said early in his career he was playing a lot of minutes and stepping back to the NBA three-point line, he just didn't have enough legs in his shot. After his shin surgery, he redefined his form and strengthened his legs. Brian, he said it helped a lot.
That could be a silver lining of all that time off, Allie. Cunningham into the lane. Here's Duren. And the layup is good.
Offensive rebounding is all about wanting it. Fantastic effort there, leading to second chance points.
And that one's good. Middleton.
That's the mindset Middleton has to have. Be active and keep moving. Never let the defense get comfortable.
Harris. Second chance effort. The jump hook. It's good. Duren's got 4 points now in the quarter.
This guy is just working his tail off on the boards. You love the effort, love the energy.
Kicks it out to Middleton. Thompson with some nice D. Well, the defender's stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. Detroit shooting their second free throw attempt on the night. A new lineup here for Washington.
Shooting 1. Substitution.
For Detroit, they've gotten 7 of their first 11 attempts to go in this half. Pass to Holland. For the tie. And the shot goes down. Schroeder's got his second basket of the game.
Well, a little bit of a comfort zone for Dennis Schroeder. He just needs just a touch of separation, and he's ready to fire.
Oh, the shot no good by Kispert. The Pistons have gone 8 of 12 from the floor in the third quarter. For the lead, here's Holland. And they converted last on attempt number 3. And the Pistons lead by 2.
When you use it right, the pump fake's as effective a move as there is.
Gill, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Stewart. Here's Carrington. Down low. Oh, deflected. It's stolen by Smart. And here they go on a free run to the bucket. Count it. Good.
Well, I absolutely love that pass from Marcus Smart. Almost like a sixth sense relative to where his teammate was.
Pass to Stewart. Back to Schroeder. Here's Gill. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Count it.
Well, the touch and the focus. What a pretty move in the lane.
Detroit shooting has been great. 57% and finding ways to score consistently. Schroeder against Smart. Schroeder can't get it to go. Smart with the ball. Here's Holmes. That's good. And it's Smart with the assist. Holmes has got 10 points in the game. Stolen by Holmes. Points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. It's the win. Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Washington leading by 4. And on the floor for Detroit here in the fourth. Holland out there with Isaiah Stewart. Then it's Malik Beasley. Then it's Dennis Schroeder. And it's Fontecchio in at the 3. And the Pistons with possession here. Following the score by Washington. Here's Kispert. Kicks it out to Smart. Another shot. Not going to go that time. Fontecchio with some nice D. Here he goes. And Holland the bucket on the assist from Schroeder. Schroeder's got 4 assists in the game.
0 rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
You know, we talk about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it.
Yep, that one's good.
This guy is a creative offensive talent. Dennis Schroeder can hit defenders with a variety of moves. Go ahead with the floater.
And he gets the bucket.
He's been playing great, unselfish basketball, really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
And he has shown a terrific feel for how the defense is playing him and then taking advantage of that.
And this is just typical of him, always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
And this is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
Here's Holmes. Some solid defense from Stewart. Pistons trail by 4. Here's Holland. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. All right, guys, some stats here. The scoring breakdown for the Wizards.
Just a great job running the floor in transition. Now, he realized they were tiring out the defense early, and they took full advantage.
Another thing I thought they did well was pressure. They forced a ton of turnovers, turned those opportunities into points.
So Washington ends up going with a new group. A big group substitution here for Detroit. Duren, he's checked in for Stewart. Thompson comes in for Fontecchio. Ivy's checked in for Beasley. And Cade Cunningham subbed in for Schroeder. A nice shot by Ivy.
And just active inside. Ivy's a guard who's more at home around the hoop, not the three-point line.
Here's Poole. Poole gets it in close.
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
I'll tell you, we have seen great execution from both teams. Neither one giving an inch here.
Washington leading by 4. It's George on the wing. Ivy defends. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
The officials were right on top of that.
That free throw no good. The Pistons making a switch here. Harris is checked in. And no luck at the stripe this time. Second one won't fall. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Pistons. Thompson's shot is off. Got a piece of it. Oh, stolen by Harris. Sinks that one from the post.
What a play by Harris. When he's called upon by his squad, he rises to the occasion.
2 minutes.
Oh, stolen by Harris.
In the fourth quarter, 2 minutes. Wizards foul. First personal foul.
The Pistons have gone 5 of 8 from the field so far in the fourth. To tie it up. Blocked. And they're able to recover. Duren with the bucket. Washington's gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. That's going to be over and back. Not watching the line on that one. 1:44 left in the fourth. Now Cunningham. The steal. And a fast break now for the Wizards. Here's Coulibaly. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
And just good hustle. Always nice to get an easy bucket on the break.
We call that one the do-it-yourself kit.
And this is the absolute wrong time to stop communicating. They have to get in sync.
Bay, he's checked in for George. We played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Oh, pretty teardrop from Poole.
And both teams playing with a little more urgency in this half.
They are getting after it hard. It has become a real battle out there.
Cunningham passes to Ivy. Fires at the elbow. And again, the Pistons missing. Wizards leading by 4. It's Poole on the wing. He's watched by Cunningham. Inside for Bay. With the floater. Good on the shot. Well, the Pistons shooting 55% since the start of the fourth. Goes up on the wing. Thompson. It falls. And now they trail by just 4.
And meeting those expectations. I mean, this is what we all wanted to see from Thompson on offense.
Middleton finds Bay. They double him with Harris. Poole outside. Hook loose. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
Washington foul. Jordan Poole. Third personal foul. Third team foul.
Ooh, he doesn't hit the first. That was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. Malcolm Brogdon's checked in for Washington, so he can't get either to fall. It's Poole the drive. Got a piece of it.
You see the athleticism of Cunningham, using it there to come up with the swat.
Here's Thompson. Again, the miss by the Pistons. So it's a narrow victory for the Wizards. Pulling out the W. Boy, they did.